This is my review of the Osmo Mobile 3. Let's get into it. So, it's very simple of a product altogether, so it is. You simply connect your phone into the gimbal and it stabilizes your footage. That's its purpose. Nothing else, no special purposes, just simply to stabilize your footage. Now, I've been using this thing for, over 2 weeks now at this point, a week, and I filmed all my videos on it. I loved it, so I did. I think this is a really cool thing if you're into filmmaking on the go, or if you're into cinematography, or if you're just into smartphone photography, or, as this is a major thing up and coming now, mobile journalism. Let's take a quick look around the gimbal first. Okay, so the gimbal itself is very nice. On the bottom you have your 1/4 inch thread, which allows you to connect it up to the tripod. It also allows you around the back to add a wrist strap so that it doesn't fall out of your hands. Personally, I don't like the wrist strap, so I didn't put it on. It's a nice rubber grip where you hold it, unlike the Osmo Mobile 2, which I will be making a load of comparisons to in this video, since I have a lot of practice with that gimbal. Along the right side here of the gimbal, you have your USB-C port. Around the back we have our trigger, which allows you to perform many functions, the main of which is to activate sport mode and to put the gimbal back in its position of home. Around front we have our joystick controller, which can be very handy to control the gimbal in space and time, so left to go right, right to go right, forward and back to go forward and back, as expected. The M button performs many functions, such as switching on the gimbal or turning it from portrait to landscape mode. Very easy to understand, nothing complex or taxing here. Along the right side, as well as the USB-C port, you have your USB-A port, which allows you to charge your phone and use the gimbal at the same time, or use the gimbal as a mobile battery pack to charge whatever piece of tech you want. Now let's talk about counterweights. You can install counterweights onto this thing if you want to. There's a little screw thread here that allows you to install counterweights. Honestly, I haven't attempted to do that yet, but that is for if you want to attach things such as moment lenses, which are very popular in the mobile journalism and the mobile tech video space. This gimbal runs you about €100 brand new, and it runs you about €70 on Amazon warehouse, which I picked mine up on. Now let's talk about the DJI Mimo app, because the DJI Mimo app is one of the biggest features of this app. It's one of the biggest advancements between this and the Osmo Mobile 2. Before, with the Osmo Mobile 2, you would use your DJI Go app, which you would use for your DJI Phantom 3 drone and several other drones. But this uses the DJI Mimo app, which is brand new in this space since last year when they brought out the Osmo Mobile 3. This allows you to do cool features like Active Track 3.0, which can now better detect facial hair and things like that, which I have used Active Track 2.0 on the DJI Osmo Mobile 2. Personally, the Active Track 3.0 is way better. It's faster. It can detect way more times. You won't have the issue of it going out of frame unless you go too fast and you can trick out the gimbal. Active Track is really handy if you're a one-man band, or if you're a vlogger and you want to sit the camera down and you want to get to follow your face, I did this for several of my videos last week. I think you enjoyed it anyways. I haven't got any comments saying that was out of focus or whatever. I think it works pretty good. You can also do sport mode, which kicks up the speed of the gimbal, although this gimbal is already really fast as is. So I wouldn't be too picky on that. Another bit about the gimbal, but you can't really do that. You can't really just sling the gimbal down to get over a bottom shot. What you have to do is you have to get the gimbal, turn the gimbal to the right and bring it down to the ground to do your telescopic shot. Yes, it's not as simple as as other gimbals like the DJI Crane V2 or the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 itself, but it's really handy either way, which I think you'll really enjoy it. This gimbal, it's a bit pricey, but for what it has to offer, I highly recommend it. The DJI Mimo app will also allow you to do little things like story mode, in which you'll create short little burst clips. You record short little burst clips and it stitches all together into a video with things like fashion mode, things like that. This might be handy if you're into social media posts, but for the average person, that's not why they get this gimbal. The reason you get this gimbal is to do B-roll shots, it's to film sports events, it's to do vlogging. I use this thing for vlogging the whole time and it almost doesn't look like I'm holding the camera, it's that good. Just so smooth. And that's the thing about this. It's very easy to get to use. If you're anyway familiar with the DJI Osmo Mobile 2, you'll get straight into this. They give you a tutorial if you want it, but it's very good. The standard package comes with a bag, a soft touch bag to put your gimbal in while it's in storage. It also comes with a USB-C to USB-A cable. It also comes with your information booklets as well as the gimbal itself and a wrist strap. Now if you want to go for the upgrade package, which you might want to go for since you can get it cheaper nowadays, it comes with a hard carrying case, a really premium feeling one. It comes with tripod legs so you can set the gimbal down on a table without having to go on a massive gimbal tripod like I have here, or you can just do it in any sense of that. You know, you can stick it on any tripod, as I said before. This will be more expensive, that package, but I highly recommend it. I didn't pick up that package and I'll probably end up buying those accessories separately in the end, because you do kind of miss the tripod legs, which is a disadvantage between this and the Osmo Mobile 2. If you didn't pick up the Osmo Mobile 2 leg package, tripod legs, you could still set it down on a table because it was flat at the bottom. Whereas now, this is angular, so you can't actually set it down at the bottom. Bummer. So how does this compare with the newly announced Osmo Mobile 4? Because that's been newly announced in the last few weeks, and I have to say, don't buy it. It's not worth your while, because the only difference in the whole thing, it doesn't use a new app, it doesn't use anything like that. The only difference with it all is it has a magnetic mount. But if that's the kind of thing you want, you can spend the €140 to get it. But honestly, I don't recommend it. This is perfect as is. You can get an insanely good deal and you will not be disappointed with it. So let me know what your thoughts and opinions on this gimbal in the comment section below. Will you be picking one up? Do you already own a DJI Osmo Mobile 3? Do you know anyone who will pick up a DJI Osmo Mobile 3 or an Osmo Mobile 4 or even an Osmo Mobile 2? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.